Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Pete. This is where we talk about money, finances, where we give you information, education to help you make the best financial and investment decisions possible. So I woke up this morning and I had a comment on one of my Trading 212 account videos, and the comment went along the lines of, what do you think about Cashfx? I have friends who are using them right now, getting a return of 1 to 2% per month, and I'd like to get your views as a qualified financial advisor. Now, I typically would respond to that kind of comment in the comment section of the video, and I actually have to the poster. However, this is probably the 10th or so time that I've actually had somebody via IG or here ask me about Cashfx. So I'm going to do something that I typically don't do. I try to shy away from this because it can be slippery slope, and I don't want to be sued in any way, shape, or form by doing my videos like this. But I think it's very important that we have to keep people safe. And that's particularly true now that we have localized lockdowns, furlough coming to an end at the end of October. Yes, there are new measures, new emergency schemes in place to kind of help businesses to help retain jobs, but there are going to be job losses, and those numbers are going to be huge if the numbers being predicted are true. Therefore, there are going to be lots of rascals that you're going to come across here on YouTube, on IG, on Facebook, on social media, period, who are going to be selling you pipe dreams, promising you huge returns if you invest £300, so on and so forth. You know the adverts, you've seen them, you've heard them, you've read them. My priority is keeping everybody who watches this channel, who is subscribed to this channel, safe. So what I'm going to do in this video is essentially talk about Cashfx. I'm going to give you my honest views. I'm going to give you my views based on what I feel you need to know in order to keep you safe, so you don't fall foul of some potential scam that could cost you more money than you're prepared to give up. Now, with that being said, I have to obviously state the obvious. I am an investment guy. Trading is not my thing. It's very important that we have to separate those two things, because some people think that trading is the same as investing. They are worlds apart. They mean different things. It's a completely different skill set. So with that said, I'm not going to pull any punches, but I also have no dog in this fight. My priority is to keep you guys safe. You can do with this information as you will. It's my sincerest hope that you at least find this useful in some way, shape, or form. And by the way, I'll say this right at the front of this video, right? If there's anybody on here that disagrees with anything that I'm about to say about these guys, or there's a contrarian view, feel free to put them here in the comments, because let's have a debate about it. Let's talk about it, and let's do that openly. But guys, without further ado, let's talk Cashfx. So let's head over to their website, because you know whenever I do these reviews, there are two things that I tell you that are absolutely non-negotiable. And if any company that you're looking to deal with for, investing or trading, and yes, trading is treated a little bit differently by the regulator than investing, but if you're simply going to be sending somebody money and they're providing you a service of any kind, be that investing or trading, then they have to have these two things in place. If they don't, do not touch them. So if you've watched my review videos before, you know where they are on the website. Let's head over and see what they've got. So this is their homepage, and yeah, it looks pretty nice, but I'm not really concerned about any of the details on here. What I am concerned about is what they have in their footer and whether they have their disclaimers in place or not. And they do not. So typically, guys, what I tell you is that a company has to be authorized and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority. They are the governing body here in the UK. They hold companies to account. It means that you have to have a license in order for you to operate here in the UK. And unless you have a license, unless you're authorized and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority, you cannot operate. Now, these guys do not have a license with the FCA. They are not authorized and regulated by the FCA. Therefore, it is a big red flag. The second thing that's really important as well is protection under the Financial Services Compensation Scheme, because it means that if a company were to go bust, at least you have a means for recourse for up to £85,000 that you deposit with them. Because these guys are not authorized and regulated by the FCA, you also don't get any financial services compensation scheme, which means that if you are sending money to these guys and you have a balance of 5 grand, 10 grand, 15 grand, they could pack up shop tomorrow and you will not have any way of getting your money back. So red flags straight off the bat, and I'm going straight in at the deep end here. I'm not going to sugarcoat any of this stuff. So please guys, red flag number 1, let's see if there's any more. The second thing that I think is really important for you to consider is you have to do your due diligence. I said in one of my other videos that, it's okay for these guys to have on their website, we're registered and authorized by the FCA, and a lot of sites are doing this now. They are taking the registration numbers from other companies and putting that in the footer of their website. And there's a very, very easy way that you can vet and get around that. That is to actually go onto the FCA register and type in the name of the company and see if they appear there. And that information then tallies with what's on their website. So the first thing I'm going to do on this point that I'm going to talk about is I'm actually going to go onto the FCA website and I'm going to show you exactly how easy it is for you to actually vet these companies to make sure that they are legit companies with authorization and a registered entity with the Financial Conduct Authority. So you simply type in FCA into Google. This is the website here. So you go onto their website, and all you need to basically do then is you need to have a look for companies. I'm just going to see they're called Cashfx Group. There we go. They're second on the search here. So let's click on that to see what basically comes up. So Cashfx Group, this right here, and it clearly says, we believe this firm has been providing financial services or products in the UK without our authorization. So this is on the FCA website. I mean, this as a piece of due diligence is absolutely crucial. And this was first published in December 2019, last updated on the 2nd of September 2020. So this has been updated recently, guys. And as you can see, these guys are not actually based in the UK. They are based in Panama. That's their address, in Panama. Now, guys, I cannot stress this enough. If you're going to be sending money to somebody or putting your money in with a company to invest or to trade, it is absolutely crucial that they are here in the UK, where they are going to be held accountable, where they can be tracked, where they can be traced, where a person's name is on a register with liability for anything that goes wrong when it comes to the handling of your money. This is really important. If you are using these guys, you are sending money to Panama. That's essentially what you're doing. If they shut up shop, you have no means for recourse. No means for recourse whatsoever. So guys, due diligence is extremely important. This is a big, big, big red flag. They're not even based here in the UK. The FCA are actually warning that they could be scammers. So please, 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 just don't buy into what they're promising you. 6% returns per week. And we're going to get into the details of the stuff that I've researched today to pull some nuances out that you really need to be aware of in order to keep you safe. If they're promising you all this stuff, if it smells too good to be true, it probably is. So please be careful. Now, I do want to get into some of the other stuff that I found out about Cashfx in doing a little bit of research for this video, because I think they're very, very important. And when we talk about Forex trading specifically and the way Forex is sold on social media, there tends to be themes that I've certainly seen and I can identify. And I hope that by sharing these with you, that you get to know exactly what it looks like so that perhaps you can filter out some of these guys when you come across them. Now, when it comes to Forex specifically, I'm actually going to be talking about Forex on my podcast on Monday. I've got Jack, who's a Forex trainer, on the podcast, and he's going to be talking about what he does specifically, and we're going to be talking about the myths, so on and so forth. If you've not listened to the podcast, the episode on Monday is one you definitely need to tune into, because it's going to be a really good listen. But let's talk about some of the things that I found out about them this morning. So they are based in Panama, and they say on the website they've had 209,000 successful payouts, and they operate in numerous countries all over the world. Well, numerous countries all over the world actually includes the US. And in the US this past year, they've received a cease and desist. That means that the government has basically told them that they should not trade anymore within the US. And this is a really big kicker, because when you look at people like the SEC, which is the American version of the FCA, they are very strict on these kind of things. And the SEC have basically sent them a cease and desist. They can't really trade in the US anymore. They have done a few things to get around that, in terms of they're no longer taking fiat currency. They are now asking people to send Bitcoin to them. And the fact that in America, they are actually set up as a training company and not a trading company. Although what they are doing is they are trading, because they are promising all of these returns, which, to be honest, even from a Forex point of view, seems pretty unlikely, especially when you consider what the institutional banks who do this professionally on a day-to-day basis aim for as a good return. So there's a lot of stuff, that red flags everywhere. And if you are going to be using them, you need to know this stuff front and center right from the get-go. I'm not saying don't use them. I'm just saying be really careful. So they've had a cease and desist from the US. They are set up as a training company, not a trading company, although most of what they do is trading. I then want to talk a little bit about the returns that they're promising people. I mean, some of these returns they're promising are 15% per week, which is 3% per day, and on a monthly basis, 60% per month. 60%. I don't care what world you live in, but 60% consistent returns are highly unlikely, especially when you consider that the banks, the investment banks who control the Forex market, who do this on a day-to-day basis, consider a good year to be 10 to 20%. 10 to 20%. So these guys are offering you 3 times, 6 times more than what the professional investment banks consider a good return on a consistent basis. Again, if it sounds too good to be true, then it probably is. I also want to talk a little bit about the fact of there is always a common theme when you look at Forex trading. Within Forex trading, it is, well, if you get your friend to join, you're going to get a commission. And then when your friend joins, get someone else to join, you're also going to get commission of the person who joined. And it's a pyramid scheme. And these guys have something that is very similar. They go to different levels. They work 10 deep sometimes. And the commission levels are actually very attractive. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, because many businesses actually operate on this model as well. Whereas if you recommend a friend, we'll pay you a referral fee for your friend coming along, and we can possibly pay you further down the line as well. This is not an unknown business strategy. However, the question is it sustainable? And for it to be sustainable, what profits are they pulling in order to keep that money train going, to incentivize people to build that community? This is something that you often find a lot when you look at Forex trading or Forex programs. You invite a friend, they get commission, and what tends to happen is that people make more money from inviting friends and getting a network of people to invite friends than they actually do trading. I have seen this multiple times. So the proof has to be in the pudding. Are they actually good at trading? Because that's the primary reason why you are there. And in one of the videos that I watched this morning, who is someone who's actually signed up to them to test them, he was basically given a little bit of feedback that they would show screens, but he couldn't actually see any active trading. So if you are going to use them, you need records of active trades. You need records of trades, successful trades, and how much these guys are making. You need physical proof. If they cannot provide you that, then you need to be extremely wary. And the last thing I'm going to say on this is that, even on YouTube, there are so many people that are saying, they're great and they're making a load of money. Why don't you join? And one thing that I did find out today when checking out their website is that you cannot join their program without a referral link. So you have to have a referral link to join their program. Now, with that being said, you have to bear in mind that sometimes the people who are recommending you to join the program aren't necessarily recommending you because they're making a load of money off their trades. They're going to get paid a commission by you joining. And by you joining, if you invite your friend, you'll earn a commission and they'll also make money off you. If your friend invites their friend, they'll make money off that transaction as well. And this is so important. Transparency is absolutely key. Again, a lot of these things are Ponzi schemes, they're pyramid schemes with a web of people that end up growing a network, and commission basically flows through the pyramid scheme. So you have to ask yourself this question. If you are watching things on YouTube, you're seeing things on Instagram, and they're endorsing Cashfx, you have to ask the question, are they making money trading, or are they making more money because they're bringing in referrals and bringing in new members into the Cashfx group as part of their network that they're getting commission from? A very basic question, but one you absolutely need to ask. And I'm going to end this on this note, guys. In 2018, there were 3,385 investment scams perpetrated here in the UK. A lot of them had roots with Forex trading. Please keep your wits about you. Those 3,385 scams equaled £50.1 million in lost money. Do you really want to send your money to Panama? To a business in Panama who, if they decided they were going to shut up shop, you've got no matter of recourse? Is that the smart move? And it's really important that, yes, we are in a period of uncertainty right now. This is no time to be making investment decisions or trading decisions out of desperation. The investor psychology is so important. It applies for trading. It applies for investing. It's stuff that I talk about in my investment course. And guys, if you want to get the lowdown on what it really means to invest safely, knowing what you're doing so you can invest with confidence, then the course is for you. I'll leave a link in the description box. But guys, please, please, please stay safe. Please do due diligence. I hope that this has cleared up some thoughts, some confusion. I would love to hear your comments in the box below. If you are using them and you have a complete opposite view to what I basically laid out here, then again, feel free to post it in the comments. One thing I will say is don't post referral links in the comments. I'm all about keeping my people, my followers, my subscribers here safe. If I see any, they will be deleted. But I'm open to have an open debate, conversation around your experiences. And if you think I'm talking absolute BS, I'm okay with that. But guys, I hope you've enjoyed this. Please keep safe. If you've not listened to the podcast, like I said, I've got Jack, who is a Forex practitioner, on the podcast this coming Monday. The artwork is right there. Until Friday, catch you soon.